We are your home theater and AV questions answered. This is AVRant. Want your home theater or AV question answered by Tom and Rob? Send it to question@avrant.com. Welcome to AVRant. I'm Tom Andry, and I'm here with
Rob H.
Jefferson. A few months ago, Jefferson started hearing what he would describe as static pops coming from his speakers on startup of system. Recently, the pops have been getting louder and happening more frequently, so much so that he's starting to worry about them damaging his equipment. Also, occasionally, the receiver would lose the video signal of the startup source, showing snow instead. Sometimes it relocks onto the video signal, sometimes not, and he has to switch inputs and switch it back to get the signal lock. This has been happening more and more lately along with the pops. Boy, this sounds like a short someplace to me, but I'm going to go on. He thinks he may have narrowed it down to the motor on his projector screen causing the pops. He unplugged the trigger cable connecting the screen to the projector and just used the remote to lower the screen below powering on the preamp in the projector, and no pops and no losing video. If he powers on the preamp and the projector and waits, there are no pops. But if he then lowers the screens, the pop and the snow return. So what else can he test, and what can he do for a more permanent solution? I'm telling you, man, I am no electrical engineer guy. So whenever stuff like this happens, I start sacrificing goat and sort of waving like feathered cart. So I really don't know, but it sounds like you got something wrong with that motor, and when it draws power, it is shorting something out, which is sending a signal back through to your receiver and everything else in your system. I want to know what he's got this thing plugged into, and if we can do some sort of surge protection or line
Isolation, really.
Isolation.
I mean, this sounds a heck of a lot like when someone turns a vacuum cleaner on, right? You ever had that?
Yeah.
Which, again, a noisy motor. That's what it is. I think you have absolutely nailed the culprit. It's got to be that motor from everything that you described, and it makes sense that a motor is doing. It's putting all kinds of EM interference into your power line that is getting into the rest of your equipment. It's causing these problems. Yeah, I mean, the fact that it doesn't sound like it was doing this when it was brand new, because this is, a relatively new problem and it's getting worse. Simply cleaning the motor in that screen could do something, because over time it just gets gunked up.
I didn't think about that. Yeah,
it just gets gunked up.
Which would cause it to draw more power, which could be affecting this. So, pull down screen?
Yeah. Pull down screen. Or if it has remote control, you could get a Harmony and set it up to make sure that it always lowers the screen first before powering everything else on when you activate an activity.
Put like a 3-second delay or something like that, 5 seconds, 10
yeah.
seconds, whatever it is.
So if you can do it remote, you can just make the activity always make sure to lower the screen first. But honestly, I would clean and service that motor, because it shouldn't.
Or
have
call
to
the
do
company and replace and ask them
Yeah.
if you could get a replacement or a fix or something like that.
But it totally makes sense that it is the motor. That it, like I say, it's just like a vacuum cleaner or a hair dryer or something.
Want your question answered? Send it to question@avrant.com. This is AVRant.
Now go out and listen to something.